To the Joy Fantastic Rave.
Hi, welcome back to Mr. Ant's Purple Pick of the Week. For the next 4 weeks, I'm joining forces with the Nightchild as we take a look at tracks from Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic and Rave Into the Joy Fantastic to coincide and celebrate the re-release and reissue of these great albums at the end of this month. We'll each be choosing one track from each album. So without any further ado, let's dive straight in with the Nightchild.
Straight out of the gate like a trumpet heralding its intent, Prince, or to be more precise his unpronounceable symbol of the time, sets out his seduction stall on this track from Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic. It was clearly a track he felt a great deal for, as it was the first single released shortly before the album, and a remix also featured on Rave Into the Joy Fantastic. A further version even made it to the Maceo Parker album, produced by Prince, Dial Maceo, and there was even a maxi single with various versions and mixes. There was also a personal reason for me, as I walked down the aisle to this track and even managed to incorporate some of the lyrics into my vows. In many ways I feel that this track is a cousin of The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, not so much musically but in the scope and aim of this sultry romantic ballad. The luxuriating, sauntering stride of the opening rhythm sets the scene and the lyrics create a truly intoxicating atmosphere. So what do you know, you and me, finally face to face, checking each other up and down in all of the obvious places. Was there ever a reason for us to be apart? The air that fills up this room says not hardly. So this is where you end and you and I begin. The chorus loops the opening vocal refrain, and there was a great string synth motif on various versions, which really extends the plush full feeling of this track.
Greatest romance ever seen.
There is something so entrancing, tender and intimate about the way Prince has written this song, with lines such as, "Now your mind is open to poetry seldom heard. Your heart has never been broken until you've heard these words. Your body was designed to respond to mine, in spite of your desire to mould me. And in the middle of it all, we kiss, and like rain, we fall." As with so many superb Prince ballads, it is ramped up as the track progresses, and there's a real crashing, searing section where Prince drops out all the instrumentation and delivers a great line.
Can you tell me the reason that Adam never left Eve?
There are some great tremolo vocal touches, little whirring and record scratching effects. A lot goes on behind the front and centre instrumentation on a lot of Prince tracks, and it's especially true here. Little guitar picks, vocal choiring, fairy dust sprays, all add to the vibe with Prince's flashes of backing vocals which fling out their falsetto notes into the back of your musical cortex. The wide array of remixes incorporating rapping from Poet Eve, Q-Tip and remixes by Jason Nevins and the Neptunes. Some versions embrace a more clubbing, rap-heavy treatment, also with some great little harp plucks over Prince's original track, whilst Maceo takes the vibe to a completely languorous boudoir of sax. The Adam and Eve remix featuring Eve has a truly catchy hook.
Drops of rain, I am to your umbrella. Together we make the remix a big seller.
Eve's raps work well, and she's an equal match and counterfoil to Prince's seduction tropes. Eve also appeared on Hot With You with some great lines too. Prince also manages to work in some social commentary and record industry concerns.
The only tune you seem to wanna hum a platinum.
It almost goes unnoticed, but there are even some great guitar-based nods on Jason Nevins' furiously paced extended remix.
Listen to me. You brought me the grapes from the vine.
Which ends with a kind of Ibiza-like whistle-backed beat. Prince manages to take this track in countless directions, and it should have been a bigger hit than it was. It also continued the tradition of Prince genuinely having a ballad as the third track on an album. Prince also plundered some of the remix lyrics for the later track Silicon, which appeared on the Slaughterhouse album. It's also interesting that this continues Prince's fascination with the Adam and Eve story, which he explored in tracks such as And God Created Woman and There Is Lonely. Take a pair of headphones, close off the world and enjoy the greatest romance ever sold. This week's Purple Pick of the Week.